In the common hood, it's your boy Simon P. I'm flanked to my man Kevin here. We're here once again on this wacky tacky Friday to give some spiritual soul food to feed your soul for the weekend. Kevin, what's going on, my man? How was your week?
Pretty good so far, brother.
Pretty good so far?
Good. A little tired, but pretty good.
Oh, that means ching, 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 ching,
Hey, man.
ching.
Get out there and hustle.
Hustle, baby. All that day I'm hustling. Well, today, man, we're gonna hit the people we're gonna call the topic today. Follow the sign.
Follow the sign.
Follow the sign.
Okay.
And you know, since you mentioned that you were born again, I happened to be skimming through the Bible once again, and I was like, the children of Israel, boy, if we would have had them signs, we all would be saved. and I'm thinking about, we sitting here right now, could you imagine a pile of frogs just coming in here? Saying, hey, Simon, do you believe in me now? Do you believe in me now? It's like, well, how many frogs you got? Can you get them together? You know, you had the lice, you know.
The lice, the locusts.
The locusts, man.
Yeah, all kind of things back then.
Oh, man, just imagine the cattle, all the cattle. You wake up, all the cattle going all over the world. Everybody dead. This your firstborn dead.
Gone. Out of that.
Like, those are signs. So I can understand why in that particular story, why those signs was there. But those signs sound so unfor-real, man, that we'd be like, how do we get into a sign today? So that's what I'm thinking. Like,
Signs all around you, though, man. I mean, it might not be in that kind of aspect, but you might see certain things that give you a sign or give you a warning or give you something to where you can say, okay, not to go that way, not to do this right here. And most of the time nowadays, it's mostly inside your mindset and your spirit.
Well, I thought about, we're gonna get back to the spirit, but I'm just gonna tell you like the things you observe is like when you pay attention to your surroundings. So today I had the privilege of just riding my bike.
Right.
Getting a little upholstery work on my little car seat there. And so I jumped on the bike to make my little rounds. So I'm like, okay, this is a different sign. Like, where is the bike? All the sidewalks are going.
Right.
So I said, let me get on the road here and hopefully the drivers can see that this is my lane.
Right.
And hopefully you can drive straight and ain't nobody drunk.
Right.
So, but I feel safe because this ain't that midnight driving when everybody coming out the clubs. So when I thought of signs, I said, okay, when you driving, you got your stop sign and your yield sign, and you pay attention to the well, nobody pay attention to the speed sign. If it says 70, everybody's still going 90.
Right. Except for me, I drive like old lady, so it is what it is.
So you have your sign, you got your cycling sign, when you can walk, when you can't walk.
Right.
Those are visual signs. You got your symbols out there. You got all these different things, but one thing about it is like, hey, you got to pay attention to your surroundings.
Right.
So when you pay attention to your surroundings, you're going to get some signs. Now, you mentioned spiritual though. I'm gonna let you start. Let's just go with prayer and meditation. I'm gonna let you just tell us how prayer and meditation could combine together, can help us get there.
On the spiritual aspect of it, like meditation, it's when you just shut off everything. You try to shut off everything in your mind.
Did you say try?
Try.
Oh.
And most of the times, a lot of people use bells and cymbals and different things of that nature to get the ear chimes going or whatever, and just block out everything and just get into yourself. And that's what I do. I do meditation. I do manifestation, a lot of different things of that nature. Some people believe in praying out loud. I don't believe in praying out loud. I believe in praying within inside, because people don't realize that what comes out of your mouth is a metaphor, like it's vibrations, and so. Some believers believe like, I'm gonna pray out loud so God can hear me. That ain't how God hear you. God hear you within inside. He said, I created you just like in my image and my likeness. God is spirit. So if God is spirit, that means you're gonna pray within inside. He can hear everything within inside you as it is. Remember in the Bible where it said
that God didn't have no color. Though.
Yeah, none whatsoever, no color on God. The Bible says the power of life and death is in the tongue, right? So if you speak life over your life inside, in the spiritual sense, God hears it. If you speak death, some people say, oh man, I can't make it, or I can't do this. Inside now, oh, this ain't gonna happen for me, this ain't gonna work for me. Inside now, that's still spiritual vibrations. So you always gotta speak that positive vibration to get positive outcome in life.
That's in your prayers. Now on meditation, when I'm thinking meditation, like, do you know how hard it is to get the mind to rest, to be idle for that meditation?
It can happen.
I know it can happen.
Yeah, it can definitely happen.
But it's like if we practice our eyes right now and say, hey, let's just practice 1 minute. It's gonna be about several things that come in your mind that make you say, I gotta start that minute over. I gotta start that minute over.
But see, that's what people say. You don't start that minute over. You keep going. You keep going. You keep going until you reach that point to where it's out of there. You see, that's when the real meditation starts.
Yeah.
So a lot of people think that, oh, I got all this stuff in my mind. Oh, I got to stop and start over. No, that's not what you do. What you're doing is when you go into a meditative type state, you get into a meditative state, and then next thing you know, you got all these different things. Before you know it, it's a clean slate right there.
Let me ask you this here then. Is it good to maybe meditate before you pray?
Always.
So we could be combining the two.
Both of them the same. People fail to realize that it's the same. If you praying to a God that's a spirit, right? And you praying to him to hear your prayers, right? When you praying, before you meditate, if you pray out loud, you still got things going on inside of your mind, right or wrong.
I think that by talking it, there's less things going on in your mind, in my opinion, because you're preaching directly, you saying what you want. So to do that, you got to articulate your thoughts, and you're saying them right now.
I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. So if I get up early in the morning,
all right,
I know I got to do paperwork. Right? I say, before my feet hit the bed, thank you, everything. Thank you, God, for blessing me to be able to touch the floor again, touch it, and see the light. So I got business on my mind. And say if my wife want to come and say, hey, let's pray. Well, I still business on my mind. Everything's on my mind for that morning. And she said, let's stop and pray. I can't just stop and pray right there. She can, because she got it on her mind to pray right then and there. I have to stop her in her tracks sometimes and say, hey, look, hold on a second. Let me calm down real fast. Take a deep breath. Now let's pray. Now I can feel the spirit. Now I can feel it when I pray.
Like you say, once you speak the vibrations and you stop to say, I'm going to say that prayer, normally your mind is flowing about, you're articulating your thoughts to say whatever you're going to say.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. But for as meditating, I think of like, here's the brain.
Right.
I would be liking how you meet all the counselors. I do this counseling, I do that counseling, I do drug counseling, I do physical abuse counseling, I do that counseling, I do that counseling. I'd be like, damn.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shit to go against the brain.
Right.
That's how I be feeling.
Right.
Like, but I listen to them, but it's like, I want to know what they do to get that person's mind quiet. In order for them, because they not in the prayer mode.
Right.
They coming with problems, and it's like, to get to that, to help follow that sign.
It's a setting. It's a relaxed setting that they put them in. You have to be a relaxed. Like say for instance, if me and you if we were to go to a meditation type resort type thing, they always put you in a room with like a quietness to it,
right?
With calm, soothing music playing,
right,
or a waterfall playing, or a waterfall going, different things. It's a setting that they put you in. Psychiatrists do the same thing. You go to a psychiatrist's office, they got a couch there for you to lay down on. You lay down on that couch, and they want to talk to you. They want to make sure you relax.
So hypnosis.
It could be that too.
Calvin.
I don't know about the hypnosis part, but I know for a fact.
Count of one.
No, ain't no count of one. Count of three. You out of there. But I feel.
But if I can get your mind quiet.
Get your mind quiet.
I should be able to do that.
Yeah.
So hypnosis is real, huh?
Yeah, hypnosis is real. Music, the vibrations, the different type of music they play. Even when you go into a meditative type state, they still have certain things that they want you to listen to while you're doing your meditation. A lot of people say hum, the humming sound to get your mind clear, that type of thing. But it's all depends on who you are, man. Basically.
Right. So I guess at the end of the day, one of the ways to help, I have an understanding when you can see that sign. Sometimes you can obtain that sign or that symbolism you're looking for through your meditation and your prayers. So it's not like the physical sign like we mentioned earlier.
No, totally different.
That's totally different.
Totally different. Totally different.
You think God ever give us that type of sign again?
Yeah, He give us signs all the time. I mean, we see things now that people say, "Oh, it's the end times." When COVID hit, that's what they said. "Oh, He coming back." Oh, this and that. Oh, that and this. Oh, we finna die. Everybody about to get ready.
But when I think of the goodness, what He done for me.
But see,
but you know, getting the sign and taking the action. You know, you mentioned business, and sometimes you get a sign on a lot of different things, but we don't take the action.
that too.
It's like if you go. Let's just say an example. You go somewhere, and you get that tuition not to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You carry through it, and then later on the trouble comes.
Yeah, happen all the time.
Happen all the
It
time.
happens all the time.
So that sign brings us to you're following your own tuition.
It's a spiritual thing too.
That spiritual
Yep.
thing. That
Yep.
tuition. And you know that happens more frequently than we give it credit to.
A lot of times.
And when it happens, it normally comes at a time of either deep thought or you're pondering something.
Mm-hmm.
It may not come that day, but later on that intuition will come and say, that's it.
Right.
And you know that acquisition of that tuition, when I look at telling someone to give you a sign, or looking for that sign for you, correct, or waiting on someone to pull your hand, you know, how much do you say that tuition? Like for me, I think when it comes to business or personal life or this, you may see a girl maybe fine as all outdoors and pretty, but your tuition say, man, I ain't gonna go that route. But the physical attributes say, nah, I'm gonna see what's there.
See what's going on, right? The next thing you know, your spirit man told you, hey, turn away from that thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with anything in life. If you got that spirit thing telling you, hey, don't go this way, but you pressured. A lot of pressure is on you sometimes, to where you feel like you need to go this way.
Right.
Being impatient causes you to go this way, but instead of waiting on the spirit man and what he say do. That's yourself, you know, and waiting on. I have that happen to me so many times in life. Like I have certain situations happen to where I'm looking at this situation, but it's like if I go this way, it can happen faster for me. It can work out faster for me. But if I be patient enough to wait on this way, it's gonna be clean with no heaps and bumps. I'm good to go.
When you say the spiritual man, and sometimes we think most of us thinking like, don't nothing happen unless you go through Jesus.
No.
Don't nothing happen.
It ain't. No.
Don't nothing happen, and you gotta go.
Every person in this
Allah,
world, I want to tell you,
something like
I want to stop that right now. Yes, I believe in Jesus. Okay, that's fine. But it's people fail to realize everybody in this world was created in God's own image and His own likeness. So everybody got a fleshly body, a soul, and a spirit. You see what I'm saying? So everybody got that. Everybody got a conscience. Everybody got that spirit man inside them to tell them, hey, don't go this way. That conscious side, that spiritual side, that tell you don't go this way or don't do that. Every being got that, and I believe in this.
Every being have that inner man,
that inner spirit man.
That we talking about.
Every being has that, and so for people to stipulation on just believing in Christ Jesus. Now, listen, I'm the type of person where I'm saying, hey, what you believe in is what you believe in. I'm not gonna put my faith on you because I'm still gonna love you the same way. Because you're still created by the same creator. So why would I hold stipulations towards you and say, hey, look, man, you don't believe in Jesus, I don't like you.
Sometimes that just be I don't want to
religious
use the
factor
word,
of it, man.
Ignorance. It's just like what you believe.
Mm-hmm.
And we gotta respect the beliefs. But I like how to discover the sign we gave the physical signs of like that exit sign say exit.
Yeah.
That says do not enter. Mm-hmm. And those physical signs that we have. But I kind of like when it comes to the spiritual, helping you see the signs. It's kind of like we giving steps. We say the prayer.
What kind of signs are you talking about though? That's the thing.
Well, That's a personal thing, in my
Yeah,
opinion, when
yeah,
it comes
yeah.
to what kind of signs. You
Right.
know, it could be a sign that say, hey, I'm going to help this person out.
Right, right,
Now,
right,
you may have helped that person out, but that person showed you they ain't appreciate it.
right,
So
right.
then you may say, well, your inner person may say, well, I bet you I won't help another one in that position no more.
Right, 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 right.
You know, you may help somebody that's unfortunate, you know, on the streets, a homeless situation,
Mm-hmm.
and they may tell you, kiss my A.
Right, right.
And you may say, well, I bet you I won't help another one in that position no more. It happens.
It happens.
You know, giving somebody the opportunity on a job position. You may say, hey, my instinct say, hey, go ahead and give you a chance. It may be the worst job he ever did. You
Right.
may, you know, so following that sign. But when I'm talking about the being able to follow the signs and take action, coming from a spiritual light, you kind of laid out steps. Like if I had somebody that was just trying to learn it, it's like, okay, if I can learn to meditate first, that'll get my quiet mind. Now, when I get to that quiet spot, you know, it's to pray. But prayer, in my opinion, it also opens up the gates for you to automatically turn that mind off once you make the decision. I want to just talk to the higher being. I just want to talk to the higher being, whether it's hugging a tree, whether it's out in the nature, or however you do it, to meditate, to get to that quietness. And having that open mind, you know, I guess it kind of leads into that divided guidance that we need.
Right, right.
That's how I'm kind of looking at it.
I can agree with that.
So when we get to that open your mind first by you meditating and the prayer, then all of a sudden God will open up.
Yeah.
Or something open up for you, then all of a sudden, wham, here go your guidance.
You just said it. You just said it right there. The signs.
The sign.
When you said the signs, it's like if you pray for something in your spirit, man, you go out and you pray, say, I need this door to open up for me. I need this to happen for me. Next thing you know, here comes the sign because the door opened for you. You see, that's the sign. He's showing you I'm here. I'm there to show you. I'm there to take care of the situation for you. I've had that happen to me many times in my life too as well. You have a hard spot over here. Ain't no way to get out of that hard spot. Go in that meditation and prayer mode. Next thing you know, a couple of days later, that hard spot is gone.
So it's important in whatever situation we have, whether good or bad, or indifferent.
Yep.
Meditating, getting quiet, and praying can help follow some of the signs of life to here that we need to be guided.
Yep.
And to know which ones we need to galvanize on to take action.
Yep.
Because every sometimes when you be out of that element, sometimes we, you know, me and my son was talking today. He said the only thing that really matters is your choice.
That's true. The choices we make. And that's a bold statement right there. The only thing that really matters is your choice.
The only thing that really matters
is the choice.
Is your choice.
And you know that's a great thing that he said to you about the only thing that matters is your choice. See, we have choices in everything that we do. We have outcomes in everything that we do. And so the choice we make to go this way or the choice we make go this way is the outcome for both those choices, right?
Yeah, but
so
you know,
in life, it is a choice. It's a choice for us to be here. It's a choice for us to love our spouses. It's a choice for us to love God.
Well, when he said the only thing that matters is your choice, I said, well, maybe if it's so much into the choice, I said, well, what about how much thought you put in the choice before you make it? If it's a choice of saying, okay, I got to make a decision, you know, how often do we just stop and think, let me put, what are the factors to put into this? So I'll tell my son this. Sometimes just keep it simple. Will God do it?
Yeah, he'll do it. But it might not be the outcome you want, but he'll do it.
No, I'm just saying,
You know?
it's just like,
I mean,
I got meth here, I got crack, you know?
Yeah.
I done seen the crack here, I done seen the meth here.
right.
Is it easy to just tell that person, like, what were you thinking when you did that? Or that alcoholic, like, what was the choice?
Nobody knows the choices are behind people's mindset. You don't know it. I mean, it's the same thing. So you said something a minute ago. You said, what's behind the choice, right?
What's behind the choice? Like,
and did you put a lot of thought into your choice?
Yeah.
I went to a client's house today, and a potential client house today, and I'm sitting there with him talking about the painting. We're talking about just some of the work he wants done around the house and different things of that nature. So I'm sitting there talking to him about certain things, and he says, you know, he looked me up, 5-star rating and stuff like that. He says, I like your personality. I like you, you know, that type of thing. He said, but we're talking about money too. He said, but I don't want to make a choice or a decision right now.
Right.
Right? He said, because I'm dealing with finances. And he's an 87-year-old guy. And he said, but what I will do, because I know I'm going to use you. I met you and I like you, blah, blah, blah. He said, but give me a day to think about it.
How did you take it?
I took it like, hey, it's all good with me.
Think about it. You got to shop me.
No. What
Close the deal now, Calvin.
No, I wasn't thinking about closing the deal right then and there. It could have been done right then and there.
Yeah.
But I respect his decision. I respect his choice that he made. Because that's a choice. That's his choice. That's his makeup. So yeah, I mean, it all goes down. It's a nice thing that your son said. It's broad, man.
It's broad, but yet it's basic and simplistic.
Yeah.
So sometimes they say don't look at the past, but I feel like the events, what you feel about the events in your life, on how that plays in giving you a sign and how to formulate the right way of taking action going forward. Like this with events, whether good or bad, we still have events and everybody gonna have them.
If I had bad events in the past, say I had bad events in the past by helping people, it can't stop me from helping anybody else. I would think about it, and 9 times out of 10, it might have me second guessing myself. Like, hey, I helped the same dude, or same person, not the same person, but the same type of situation back then, and it came out to be bad. But this person in the same situation, do I help this person because this person did me wrong? Yeah, I help this person because because it's a whole different being, it's a whole different person. Everybody's not going to do you wrong.
It's a different evaluation for every person you come in.
Exactly.
So sometimes we put a broad stroke. It's just like I walk. I do a nice little walk. And sometimes I'm like maybe the only brother that walk. So right. That whenever I'm walking fast, right, I automatically get to the side and I can see the glass light looking like and I always have to say, hey, good morning.
Yeah.
Grand Rising, whatever they want to rock to, but it's always laughable. I say it's going to take a while of seeing the same faces. So now I'm starting to see, a different things when I'm saying, what events in their life or what did they shake their mind that we're walking on the same trail?
Yeah.
And why did they always got to get to the side or kind of have that look like?
Because that stereotype.
That stereotype.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's stereotype. They stereotype every black man to be the same. If you got one bad apple, same thing with white people. If you got one bad white person that's psycho and crazy out there killing up people, some people stereotype white people like that. The same thing with black people. You gangsters or whatever, they stereotype black people like that. It all depends on the person's mindset. And that stereotype, that's what it is.
That's their sign, though.
Yeah.
The events of the community, or the events of what, that's their sign.
And they go with that.
That's their sign. So, lastly, I want to think about how I think of like wise counseling. Mm-hmm. So when I think of wise counseling, it's like how important it is that our observance antennas, whether what we're seeing and what we kind of taking in from those that do give it, they try to give you that.
Sometimes I feel like I'm gonna use me for example. If I have individual people that I go to and talk to about certain things, I take their advice because I have a respect for them.
Right.
And I believe that they can give me some wise counsel. You can't take it from everybody because everybody ain't got no wise counsel.
But it starts from the person who you respect.
Exactly. So you have to respect.
That's a good little nugget.
You got to be something. It has to be somebody there that you have confidence in. They say, hey, if I tell this person this or I talk to this person right here, they're able to come back and give me some type of wise counsel. I can't just go to old Blow Joe Blow on the street I don't know nothing about, and maybe he can. Maybe he can give me wise counsel because I don't know him. Maybe he can, but I tend to go with the ones that I know that I respect them and they respect me, and I can go to them and talk to them about anything. When I say anything, and they can give me some wise counsel. Some people go to pastors in their church, and sometimes you can go to them and they still do the same thing too. They give you counsel, but they don't give you the counsel that, how can I put it this way? If I went to you, Simon, you're a pastor, right? But you're gonna give me counsel based on biblical principles, right? Because you're a pastor, right? Based on biblical principles. Some people don't want to hear that. Some people want to hear, man, how do I live in this world today? You telling me how they live right there, but how do I live in this world today? So give me some counsel about how I live in this world today.
All right, you know, as you say, Jesus always taught in parables, so we'll just leave that like that.
Yeah.
He ain't mentioned Matthew. He ain't mentioned Matthew chapter 1, go to verse 12. He ain't mentioned none of that. It is always taught the parables. But, you know, in talking to your wise counsel, this is what I've noticed with wise counseling. I guess like as a child and father. Mm-hmm. A father could be teaching and trying to share something, but it may lay dormant for a while. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Same way with a friend, an employer-employee relationship, whatever it is. And then somebody may say that, and it's like, that answer, that's another moment of that sign getting answered. Whether it comes to you sharing it with somebody else, or it comes from the person who you think that's old Joe Blow. Mm-hmm. But sometimes Joe Blow life event circumstances has came at him so much that he got way more than what you ever thought. Right. They teach you about life real quick. Right. So sometimes you can miss it. I'm always fascinated when somebody seems to be in a situation, and when they want to share it, you know, for some reason, I'm always very attentive to like, I want to listen to this because you know they trying to tell me why they got here. You know, what was it, and then they'll say I didn't. And sometimes you hear them, you'll say, I didn't follow the signs in life. I was disruptive. Or I didn't want to listen. They say, well, I appreciate you taking the time to listen, because you know sometimes they trying to tell a story to others to prevent the situation, even though we may look down and be like, "Oh man, I don't want to hear all that. You dopehead, you alcoholic."
Some of them got the things for you now.
They got some things. For you
now. They got some sayings. They got some things for you to be able to. If you got an attentive ear, I would say listen to them, because you know those type of people, man, they've been through some things in their life. And they can also share those things with you, and they can be an eye opener for you to look for those signs, not to go down that same path. You know?
Eye opener.
Yeah.
Eye opener. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I hope God don't have to come back and give us lice. And I sure would be scared if he did 3 days of darkness.
Yeah.
With the internet shut down, traffic light shut down, like, cause when you don't have that street light on in certain neighborhoods, you be like, woo.
What I'm gonna do now?
That's like a little scary.
When you was a kid, you was afraid of the dark anyway. You know, you want that light on or something like that. Even as an adult, you still want night lighting all the way.
You know, that's a scary, but those signs are just right in your face. Mm-hmm. And paying attention and being more observant in order for you not to miss them, I guess, is the moral of the story.
Right.
On to catch that sign, to catch that vibe, as they say, in order for things to work out for you. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and catch y'all again on another Wacky Friday. But we're going to leave you with those spiritual steps to get into that sign. We know about the things we see objectively, but, you know, we're saying, just to do around a recap, you're saying it's important I'm just going to do it in the meditation.
Right.
And, you know, you got the prayer to God.
Right.
You know, you got to, once you got to open up your mind, you know, you most likely going to go ahead and be able to receive that divine guidance, however it comes, from wherever it comes, whatever the way, and then it's that following your tuition. And you know, that following tuition, man, they always say, get in tune with yourself. You're hearing that a lot.
You hear it a lot, and that's what it's all about, really.
Yeah, getting in tune
with yourself, really understand who you are, you know, that type of thing. Like if you don't know yourself, you can't know nobody else.
Well, you know, I hate how they put like age on different things. Like, okay, you 18, you're supposed to be here.
Nah.
You 13, you're supposed to be here.
It takes some people longer.
It takes some people longer, and it's like I think the sweetest thing is be able to be free to explore yourself. But you know, we kind of put parameters on things like, hey, you're 18, okay, now you're supposed to be going to work.
Yeah.
And you say, well, I just got released. But yeah, you got to go to work.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like you trading time they say trade time for money, and I'm gonna say trading time for your personal freedom.
Yeah.
So having that time to go ahead and to develop that is very important.
Mm-hmm.
So God, we don't want the signs of the cattle all died dead.
No, we don't want that. We don't.
But
want that.
It might clean up the some of the sicknesses real quick.
Some people go back and they'll say, "Man, it was so many different signs that he showed back then." It was when you read the Bible, different signs, the fleece, the blood over the doorpost, different signs that he did to show his power throughout the whole Old Testament. And then you have the signs that Jesus Christ showed in the New Testament. You have all the different things that he's trying to show you. Basically, what it's trying to show you is who you truly are.
Who you truly are.
Who you truly are.
Who you truly are.
Who you truly
but
are.
in that case, I thought it was more so him showing who he was.
No.
To make you understand that
who you are.
It's through me.
It's through it. No. And I don't believe that. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna leave it at this. I'm gonna leave it like this. Jesus Christ said something was so potent when he came to this world, to this earth. He was born as an adult. He was born as a baby, a worldly baby at first. People say that, he was born by the Spirit. Yes, he was born by the Spirit, but he was born as a worldly baby. He didn't come into his power until he was 13 years old. 13 years old. When he's sitting in the Sadducees and with the Sadducees and Pharisees, learning their scriptures and different things of that nature. But what he did when he became an adult, he became an adult under God. And when he became an adult under God, he tried to show each individual person who they truly was. He told disciples one time, he said, how much longer I'm going to paraphrase it for you, but because if it was back in our day, like now, he said, man, how much longer I got to be with you ignorant people for you to see that you can do greater things than I can do?
Well, so going back to Moses.
Yeah, that's the Old Testament.
Well, here go the thing about it. Moses was like, hey, man, well, I gotta keep y'all crying again. Let me go back to God and see what he do. Okay, I'm gonna come back and give you this. You do it again. Okay, they crying again. Here you go. And then Jethro say, hey, look at man, you can't keep running there for them. I was like, well, Moses, why you ain't just teach them how to go access them?
And see, that's the thing. They had access.
They didn't know it.
They didn't know it because they didn't understand the access that they did have. God said to Moses, I've heard my people cry too long. He said, go tell Pharaoh this. Go tell Pharaoh I heard my people cry too long. And so the songs that they sung back in the Old Testament, they knew they were worshiping the God of the Hebrews, which is the God of all of the universe, right? The Egyptians worship a different God. They say they worship a different God. But the thing is, it's still the same God. They don't realize it's still the same God. So what it is?
You're going to open up a can of
water. Well, I don't want to do that, but what I'm saying is,
a pastor gonna come out there and throw a stone.
It's all good. What I'm saying is that they fail to realize this. It's only one God. All right?
That ain't what the science people say. They say it don't exist.
Some people say that. But see, you gotta realize this. Science and God go hand in hand. Science and God go hand in hand.
We're gonna come back to that one.
We're gonna have to come back to it, but I'm just saying that hey,
you gotta come back to that.
They go hand in hand. I know this to be fact.
Fact. Not an opinion. It's not an opinion.
It's a fact. Ooh. It's a fact. Science and God go hand in hand.
Ooh, where that debate thing at?
But that's another topic.
But
the signs, we talked about the signs. You talked about the signs and everything of that nature, which is great. And I believe that most of the time when people talk about Jesus, they talk about Jesus coming to die for their sins and all those other different things of that nature. He came back to die for my sins. Jesus Christ never died.
Hey, man.
He never died. That's what makes fellas realize.
What's your belief? I'm gonna leave it right there, but I just say it like this here. Try to understand your signs when you see them and take action. It's going to be the thing of life that we have to observe. You got the physical signs and you got the spiritual signs. The physical signs are very easy. So God, I love to be when it be hurricane season. We in Florida, so there's nothing like being on the corner with the boys and hear the thunder like so. Pop, 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 pop. Yeah. Everybody, but let me get out here. I'm gonna deal with you later. And it's like, it'd be like, what a sign.
Yeah.
Right now, everybody finna be peace. Everybody going home. Peace out. Now. Peace out. and that's what it means. But you have that spiritual intuition. So I guess In order to get in tune with ourselves, it does help to go ahead and learn to meditate and quiet the mind. As you quiet the mind, you want to lead that into a quiet place where you can talk to the Spirit of the Most High, and whatever way you decide to do that. And in doing that, you open your mind. And when you open your mind to God, you're pretty much saying that, hey, we're going to have a divine guidance that's going to come from that person.
Right.
And with that, your tuition would be followed. It'll help that tuition of signs that we all kind of have. And that's what's going to shape up the events of our life and of our lives. And then after that is this, you're going to get wise counsel, you're going to receive it, but you're going to be able to have a discretionary viewpoint of the BS that you hear out there.
Right.
Because, you know, the mind is clubbed.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes they say sometimes having less is more, but sometimes a person with less responsibility tend to get to that peace of mind a little bit more.
That's true.
So anyway, we're going to leave you guys to be hit the next time with Calvin. Thank you for joining Common Hood. Until we see each other again, we out.